Hey guys, yeah, welcome back. If you didn't notice, we have relocated after a whole whopping 6.5 minute video. I attempted to record this message outside under the sun, and my device stopped recording on its own. It could very well be due to the heat. So here we are, back in the studio to finish these messages. I moved the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms out of the frame for now. Obviously having to rearrange things a bit over here. Remember that in the beginning of these messages I mentioned having the Ten of Swords in reverse going on behind the scenes. So we're just going to slide this over here so it's like in the shadows. And remember that the King of Swords is also a bit in the shadows. Putting on the illusion of knowing how to manifest success. And behind the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, we also have the Hermit. But we are going to go into that in just a moment. I got all the way through my written messages. And then the phone stopped recording. And I had so much more to say that it was like, oh my gosh, don't let this leave my mind, because it was good. Like gathering up all of my things and getting relocated and getting back in to the studio to finish this up. I'm like, oh great, please, please, please protect these messages so that I can continue to get them out. And so I lit some Palo and we're going to light it again. So that we can continue with clear and concise communication. Also bringing in the rainbow fluorite to assist. To assist us, we are the Queen of Pentacles energy. So, yes, anyways, I had left off with what we intend for those in need is being robbed by the posers. The King of the Swords energy faking the funk. So, the Guardians are steadily being infiltrated by the Federation. They're pretending to be comrades, beloveds, fighting the good fight so they can continue looshing our energy to construct their false matrix, to continuously construct it. The Phantom World is just a dumbed-down, generic copy of all the detail we put into our work many lifetimes ago. Now, PSA. When I refer to channeling, I want the collective to understand that to me it isn't something that we attempt to obtain or attain from external sources, literally, or forces, figuratively speaking. Going within. Inner channeling is more specific. which to a degree means whatever we seek is already here. And we go digging around within, so to speak. It can be referred to in many ways throughout numerous cultures, but to keep it simple, we're activating from within ourselves an intricate connection with Source through our prana tube, and or otherwise activating dormant codes in our DNA on what seems to be a subjective but also optimistic path of remembering and rediscovery of our higher selves, which we have always been. We simply forgot until we remembered. I don't claim to channel DEAD people, and I won't even attempt it. Certain understandings and undertakings involved with channeling modalities are extremely dangerous. It opens us up to, or much rather, it opens up opportunity for multiple forms of antagonists and even what we've been taught to refer to as psychic vampires. What is otherwise unauthorized becomes unconsciously authorized. Allowing a walk-in experience to occur. That walk-in is not and would never be the spirit of a deceased friend or relative. And what makes it worse is these rabbit holes that these attachments can drag one down into as a result of a shared vessel, unbeknownst to you. Those who are truly tapped in know this, which is why I always say from within, and directly call upon Source to guide me in initiating access to information already encrypted or otherwise. There are other modalities of connecting with Source, and those who know, they know. And they're not keeping it a secret. Get outside and with your bare feet. Get under the sun. Stop running from the sun. And stop running from the sun. By mentoring and practicing the art of listening to certain oral teachings that are, how would you put it? They are organic and natural. So it's like fated, so to speak. Source, the great, the grand architect of the universe, can guide any of us into initiating access by mentioning certain names. I'm not summoning a DEAD guy or gal. It's energy, frequency, and vibration. Of different versions of the truth that cannot be destroyed. Truth of past life beings As energy is not destroyed, it is only transformed, and each of us are fractals of a much bigger picture. Housing these codes in every part of our being, the Christos, the Christ light, can be activated in each and every one of us as long as that is what you so choose. Because we do have a choice between paths. We indigos understand this, and some are even on a mission to help Nephilim get back on the 12th strand. Of course, there have been challenges along the way, some of which ignited spiritual warfare over multiple lifetimes and timelines. Because at one point in time, even this King of Swords energy was invited to change their mind. But Source knows when it's not sincere. And so do we. We are in this state in the now. Through contemplation, it has come to realization what the code separating wheat from the tares means in the present, in the now. Not what it meant thousands of years ago. It's a metaphorical. It's a fluxing parable. It is a call to action to ignite and let that Christos fire burn. The tares will separate themselves like dust and ash in the wind as our flame reaches higher and higher. No matter my studies over time or any other studies of another that I've learned from through mentorship, even in science class, I've heard if it's a statement or teaching that does not fit onto the tree of life, it cannot be true. The original is distinctly different than the phantom to those who aim to know truth and bear truth. A tangible reason for all the drama surrounding indigos and our life is that constant search for truth, not just some man's watered down version that only serves their self-fulfilling prophecies. Meanwhile, we're looking out for everyone instead of being selfish and subservient to the society of lies we were born into as we made landfall. Born blue, we aim to be true. Choose cooperation over competition. Meditate on healing all across the planet, uniting with our soul star family in co-creating of the new earth, birthing in a new age, which is a reparation and renewal of Stargate 3, which is us on a macro level. Which brings me to the hermit that came in behind the sword, the Ten of Swords rather, in reverse. from the bottom of the deck, representing not only the end of very sorrowful and painful times, but an emergence coming in right behind it. I rise, you rise, we rise. And as we relearn and remember through these contemplations, we shine more light. So what I see in the background is not a bunch of ruins at all. It is the shadows of our true comrades. Through the haze, they are still there for us, shining their light as well. The bigger, brighter picture takes co-creation that requires cooperation. And when it's false or watered down or dumbed down, Source knows the difference. The hints of divinity are actually in the details. And if the details bore you, you have more work to do. This is not a comparison at all. It is nuggets of truth being brought to the surface by many of us all across the planet in synchronicity. And as I split the deck to shuffle, we have the Two of Cups. Soulmate energy, but not just two people. To me, it's like bloodlines. Going far beyond some treaty and coming together. Look, it's the blue and the yellow flame. Now we just bring in the violet and voila. Interestingly enough, it looks more crimson in these images, but it is the Empress card. She's not resting on her laurels. She just knows she doesn't have to leave her throne to make a difference. She doesn't have to seek outside of her sanctuary, her bubble, her kingdom. So, the Two of Cups is giving me mutual interests mutual interests. As the Queen of Pentacles in the beginning, this energy, which is, if you remember, this is the energy of the collective, not some chick, not some female, but it's divine feminine energy nonetheless, and it's in the collective, and it's just upgraded to all four queens through honest and sincere divine union. Behind the Empress, we have the Ace of Cups. On the other side, we have the Nine of Swords. We're going to talk about this Nine of Swords because it's on the thicker side of the split. The Ace of Cups is pretty self-explanatory. It's the new. It's the new age. The new earth. Coming through. What is it that you are losing sleep over? Behind the Nine of Cups is judgment. Behind the Nine of Cups is judgment. So we have the Ace and the Two of Cups here. I see. After many sleepless nights, losing sleep. Oh, I can recall losing sleep more than once, especially at the beginning of like fully embracing awakening. Evaluating our lives. All these sleepless nights trying to figure out what to release, what to heal, what to transmute. As judgment, and the number 20 is a new beginning. It's also saying that we may have lost a bit of sleep throughout this awakening journey, but it's well worth it. Because now we are well prepared. And anything that we embark on and any challenges that we face going forward are going to turn out in our favor, because we just upgraded. All in one reading, we upgraded from the Queen of Pentacles, and already in very good standings energetically, upgrading to the Empress. Attracting comrades with mutual interest, true and sincere connections, ringing in the new. It was worth those sleepless nights after all. So, I'm just going to ask one question with the wisdom of the hidden realms to wrap this up. Some bits and details involving this transformative new beginning with our kindred spirits, other Partica, Particae, Particum, but blue and yellow and violet flame coming together. Something tells me that the violet flame is going to come out of this deck, one way or another. So, let's see. These came out first. Oops. And then behind the scenes, the Ten of Swords. The Hierophant was right behind it. And then we had the Nine of Swords and Judgment coming out together. Twin flame energy, but not necessarily in this reading. This is just kindred spirits with mutual interests, mutual understanding of our agenda here. And then the Queen graduating to the Empress. All right. We're giving the deck a split, and then here we go into Wisdom of the Hidden Realms for just a bit of details on this new beginning. Yeah. So that Ten of Swords in reverse is representing the end of a season, a cycle of growth, and it's all part of divine order. And the same can be said for everyone involved in this image. I do see indigo in the pants. Okay. Let's see how we're going to place these cards. Like so, actually. So, we had to go through what we went through. All these challenges. Out comes the web weaver. And what do we have there? And no way. And the arrow master. Take a hard look. Hold on, I'm just going to move these over here. We had the Sisters of the Seasons come out first. And here's the indigo. Now watch it. Watch it grow. Are you ready? Watch it. Watch that violet flame rolling in. There it is. We went from the indigo to the violet. We have the webbed weaver, synchronicity, divine intelligence. Synchronicity, out here twice. We made it through these cycles of growth, and we are right on target. We are synchronized with others, which is why so many of us are like touching on the same topics and touching on the same, it's like our own broadcast. And if we're faking the funk, if we're the ones faking the funk, then how is it our messages are matching up? See the 10-10 mirroring, synchronizing, and we are all right on target. All of us together are right on target. Not better than another, just better together. That's the vibe I just got. The more sincerely cooperative we are with each other, the better the results. And all results are temporary. Everything is subject to change. Just as the seasons do. We do. Transformative energy. As we are the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, as Source works through us, we are that extension of Source, the Melchizedek highest white light. Co-creating And as we grow, they grow, we all grow. And we are all right on target as we align our intentions. And duplicate more of those aligned, sincerely aligned intentions. Final message for the collective. It's time to celebrate. But I'm not talking about some grand and eloquent gathering. No. Those types of gatherings are for the narcissists, the posers, the ones faking the funk, chasing the Joneses. This is celebrating the upgrades and the synchronicities in synchronicity. No matter where we are, the illusion of separation is just that. It's an illusion. And we can continue to work together, band together with these blue and gold and violet flames. True light, illuminating, shining the light on the misalignment, not to pick on it or reject it, but to make it known so that it can also be restored, regenerated, renewed. And this is but one of many roles that we will be playing in the New Earth agenda. The Sisters of the Seasons is also giving me like all four queens type of vibes here. So lots of emphasis on this divine, feminine, soul sisters. The blue and the yellow are here. Indigos, violets. Here we are coming through. Well, we're actually returning to some degree to who we once were before the phantom programming. We are now synchronized, right on target, right on time. And that's what I have for you, beloveds. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I sincerely hope these messages find you well. And until next time, brightest blessings.